Okay. Hello, Hector. My name is Joseph. I'll be your counselor today. Um, I know you might be a little bit new to this, so we're just going to get rolling. I know you've already filled out the paperwork, some of the HIPAA forms and things like that. I noticed you didn't fill out an emergency contact, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. You did fill out you were married, so usually that's the same person. We'll get into that a little bit later. Um, so let's get into why you're here today.
So about 5 months ago, I was in a terrible car accident. I spent 4 months in the hospital. Afterwards, turns out one leg is definitely permanently damaged, one hip as well. So apparently I have to walk either with a cane my whole life or with a limp. Either way, I'll have a limp because I'll be with a cane, something I've never used before. So I won't be able to walk the same. And I have limited mobility in my right arm, and I'm right-handed. So limited mobility there, permanent leg and hip damage, and I'm not allowed to lift anything heavy, which is a little tough considering I've been in construction for about the past 20 years. So that's why I'm here today. I was in rehab. It sucked because all of this sucks, and I just don't want to do it anymore.
I see. So from what I'm hearing is this car accident a pretty big impact on your life. I mean, physically wise, I mean, it's definitely changed the way you get about. I'm really sorry to hear about all that. That sounds like it's been pretty brutal. And you said you've been working in construction for about 20 years now, give or take.
Yep, family did it, grew up around it. Now when I see my family, I just see what I can't do, see what they can still do. Just makes me ashamed of myself. Now I look at my wife and I can't even provide for her. She's not supposed to work. I'm supposed to be the strong man. I'm the one that's supposed to provide. I mean, what can I do now? It's all I've known. I can't lift anything, can barely write, can barely walk. So I'm just pissed off. All I do now is just drink and watch TV. Don't even look for work. Just, I don't care.
I see. So obviously it's affecting your relationship with your wife, and I'm going to go out on a limb assuming you guys have had a pretty positive relationship so far. So that's something we want to get back to. Making positive again. Uh, so you said you're not looking for work. Is there any reason why you're not really looking? I understand you're angry, you're frustrated. This is the only thing you've ever known. Have you considered looking out into anything else? Anything else you've been interested in doing at any point?
I haven't really looked at anything other than construction. I'll look at the job, see what the weight capacity is that I have to lift. Of course, it's outside of my doctor's orders, nothing more than 20 pounds. So that's right now. He says it can get better, but I don't know. We'll see. But no, I haven't looked at other stuff. And I mean, I'm sure I can do something. I graduated high school. I got my associates. So, I mean, that's all I've known so far. It'd be like riding a bike all over again.
I understand. So you said you got your associate's degree. What did you focus your studies on when you're going through school?
It was just business. I mean, done construction my whole life. Didn't really know what else to pair it with. Just sounded smart. Construction guys, the ones that make the money, they run their own business. They're not even really out there. They're over making sure everyone else is doing the work, and I respect them. It must be nice. I mean, I'm sure they worked their way up to the top, and now I feel like I can't even work my way up to where they are.
Well, you certainly have the experience to back your education as well. Um, have you thought about maybe taking a venture into that management side of things?
I really haven't. I guess I just saw myself only ever in construction on the labor end. I never really thought back and saw or thought to myself, I could probably do more. I guess I like doing things that make me feel strong and that I'm really physically and financially providing. So that's just what I'm used to. And without it, I'm just so angry. It's like I can't physically exert my emotions anymore. If hard day, go to work, lift things. Good day, go to work. I get to lift things because I loved what I did. And so now it's just, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it that much, to be honest with you.
And I understand it could definitely be very frustrating. I mean, this is something totally new. Like you had said, you've had to use a cane before. Let alone I can imagine it's very, very angering, and that's always something. So have you were talking about how you can't lift things anymore. Have you gone through your physical therapy after the injury?
Gone like once or twice, but haven't really gone back. It's just dumb stuff. Just a lot of questions. Does this hurt? Does that hurt? Everything hurts. But I'm just they said my attitude is too negative. I'm not even trying, and that's what they think, but it hurts, and I'm just angry at everyone. I don't want to go be around people that I know are just trying to make me feel better, and but I know I need to go back. It's just felt like I just not ready yet. Don't want to accept that I'm in here fixing something that may not ever be fully fixed again. It's like I'm going there so I can learn to maintain my new disabilities.
I see. So another way to think about it, right, is that if you want to get back out there, right, back out there and do that lifting, get back into that heavy labor, right, be back out there working, right, back out there essentially on the front lines. It's something you're going to have to do. To go back to physical therapy, and it's going to hurt. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you there. It's going to hurt. But the more you go, the easier things start to get, and maybe that pain starts to go away. Um, I didn't say what do you have to lose, but at this point, what do you have to lose?
That's true. I mean, barely talk to my wife right now, barely talk to my family, just drinking, watching TV. I guess I could try to do something a little more productive. It's just getting there. I guess it's hard without her support, and I never realized it until I noticed just we don't even talk anymore. I mean, she's my wife, and I can't even tell her about my days because it's either embarrassing or, well, I didn't do anything, so it's still embarrassing, and so that's how it is right now.
Would you say you're feeling a little bit isolated just because this is a very unique situation you're in? I understand it can be very isolating. Um, so let's how about this for our next session? Why don't we bring your wife in as well, so you guys can really go talk this out? The neutral third party, that being me, we can go talk this. I can go facilitate a good discussion between the two of you, and so she can really understand why you're feeling this way right now, and really how this whole situation really made you feel. I mean, I feel like if she understood it, she'd probably be a lot more support. Obviously, in sport goes like both ways, and you guys might be able to continue moving forward. Maybe she starts going to physical therapy with you, right, to give you that little bit of added support, right?
Yeah, she'd like that. She was happy I came here anyways, but so I think she'd definitely want to come to this.
Well, that sounds good. That's a good first step. So let's kind of summarize, right, for the next session. Let's schedule a next session, right? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, and we'll bring her in, right? So it kind of goes back actually to those HIPAA forms we filled out in the beginning, right? The releases. So once we're done the session, I guess we'll fill out that since she's also your emergency contact. So and essentially, well, you can authorize her to be here with us as well.
Okay.
And if you're after the next session, if you're feeling comfortable to go back to physical therapy, let's get you back out there.
Sounds good. It's probably for the better anyways. Just need to toughen it up at this point and move forward and see what I can do now.
You never know. You may not ever get back to full strength, right? But you may find out that managing people, teaching people, right, how to do what you do so well, right?
Mm-hmm.
You might find out that that's something you really like to do. I mean, remember, someone at some point had to teach you, right? So, stepping into that mentor role might be a really positive. I mean, you've been doing this for about like 20 years now. It might be, you have a family now, right? A little different from when you first started. It might be time maybe to reach for that change too. So we can talk about on the vocational side, right? Maybe looking for that management role, maybe at the same company you're currently with. That's all things I can help you out with. We can together talk to the people that make those kind of things happen.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'd be open to doing that.
All right, that sounds good. So we've got kind of a fluid plan, right? We've got bring in the wife, right? Let's kind of build some support there, right? Some mutual support, mutual
Mhm.
understanding. Go ahead and start looking at the vocational side of it, right? Getting you into that management side of things, maybe see if it's a good fit for you. And going back to physical rehab, right? Get you back up on your feet again, and get you working.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Hector, unfortunately, that's about all the time we have for today. So let's go finish out that paperwork. Let's get this next session scheduled, all right?
All right, sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming in today, Hector. I really appreciate you being so open. Let's get well.
Thank you.
Yep.